Howdy, friends. Welcome into Nash Trash with Debbie Reynolds, or as I like to call her, the Grinch. I don't know. The lighting kind of giving her a green tint today. What's up with that?
Well, I don't know, but I'm not the Grinch really because I've been shopping like all get out this weekend for Christmas.
So what's going on this week in country music there, Debbie?
Well, on this day in 1957, Jailhouse Rock by Elvis Presley was at #1. And did you know that that was the first single to debut #1 on the British charts as well?
Really? I mean, the very first single by Elvis or the first single that ever debuted at #1?
Well, I guess it was the first single that ever debuted at #1.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty good.
That's a great song.
1964, Buck Owens and the Buckaroos were at the top of the country charts with Together Again. And in 1975, Willie Nelson was at the top of the charts with Red-Headed Stranger.
Oh, that was a great album, a good concept album. It had never really been done before, and he took it. Red-Headed Stranger made a big story out of one song that made linked to all the other songs.
And the interesting thing about that was that whole idea came because when he was a DJ in Fort Worth, he used to play the song Tale of the Red-Headed Stranger. Sure. And so this kind of inspired him to take it a little bit further when he became an entertainer.
You know the Christmas song Pretty Paper that Willie Nelson does. Do you know the story behind it?
I do not.
Well, he was he talks about a guy selling pencils on the streets. It was in Fort Worth in downtown. And there was a guy that Willie Nelson saw. And Willie Nelson took the idea, went home, and Pretty Paper is one of my favorite Christmas songs now.
It is a great song.
Great song.
In 1997, on this day, Johnny Cash and Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys were awarded the Songwriters Lifetime Achievement Award from the National Academy of Songwriters. Both of them great songwriters and entertainers as well. And also on this day in 2002, I thought I'd get a little bit closer to the day, Kenny Chesney's No Shoes, No Shirt, and No Problems album was certified not only double platinum, but it also, to this date, has sold over 4 million copies in the United States. That's a lot of platinum records out there.
That's a lot of records. Wow. And that probably doesn't, if it's just in the United States, that doesn't count the rest of the world.
No, it doesn't count the rest of the world.
5-6 million, would you add the rest of the world? Wow.
Has to be.
That's something.
Well, we got some people celebrating birthdays this week.
All right. Who's that?
December 2nd, today, Miss Jana Kramer, who was born in Rochester Hills, Michigan. You know, Jana Kramer is not only just a singer, but she really started out on TV. She's been in a lot of TV shows. She was one of the major actresses in One Tree Hill, the old TV show.
Right.
But I remember her most of all, for she was on season 23 of Dancing with the Stars and went to the finals. She placed 4th, but she's a great dancer now. Boy, you should see her. She's really good. But happy birthday to her. Tomorrow, Ferlin Husky would have celebrated his birthday. He was born on December 3rd, 1925 in Gumbo, Missouri. He was one of the very first country artists to ever get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Okay.
I bet you didn't know that.
I did not know that. No.
He was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame in 2010, 1 year before he died. His gospel song, Wings of a Dove, was #1 on the charts for 10 weeks. Now, back then, that was a real treat to have a song on the charts that long.
That's incredible. I mean, "Wings of a Dove" is a great country song, and I know it's a gospel song, but I always think of it as a country song.
I do too. And if you go on YouTube and watch it, he's introduced and he says, I'm just hoping that the audience will sing with me. And they do, I'm sure. And also on December the 3rd, Roger Bowling was born in Leslie County, Kentucky. And he wrote the songs Lucille and The Coward of the County for Kenny Rogers. So
I always liked Coward of the County because it says the Gatlin brothers.
Yeah, it does.
And from what I understand, I saw an interview one time that said Mrs. Gatlin, the Gatlin brothers' mom, didn't like that very much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was just a bit upset with Kenny Rogers.
December's a lot of birthdays out there, and so we just wish happy birthday to everybody celebrating a birthday in December.
That's
sure.
Right. Happy birthday to them. Some people are getting a present a little early on the Texas country music charts. John Stork, a good friend, went from number 6 to number 5, so he broke into the top 5 with Another Town. The Josh Abbott Band song The Luckiest, which he wrote as a love song to his wife. It went from number 3 to number 4, so it dropped down just a little bit, replaced by Randy Rogers and Drinking Money, which went from number 4 to number 3. John Wolfe stayed at number 2, and that's the third song off his latest album to make it into the top 10, Hard to Steal Tonight. And Casey Donahue, 5 weeks in a row now, he's at number 1 with Bad Guy. And of course, we always want to check in on our friends and see how they're doing on the charts. Holly Tucker is now number 11 with Rhythm of You. That song is going to make it to number 1. I just know it. And then Aaron Watson is at number 14 with Silverado, Saturday Night. Another great Aaron Watson song. Checking out the tour schedules coming up for the next week or so. Kyle Park is going to be up at Billy Bob's in Fort Worth on the 10th and the 11th, 2-night show. Aaron Watson is going to be at Wild West in Cedar Park on the 4th, and Anderson Fest in Anderson, Texas on Saturday night. And I wish I could go to that, but I have to be at church at 6:15 on Sunday morning, so I'm not going to be going to see Aaron Watson. Kevin Fowler is going to be at the Rock and Rodeo in Midland on the 4th and at Willie's Joint in Buda on the 5th. Our friend Wynn Williams is playing at the Copeland Dance Hall on Friday, December 4th. Jared Starrett's going to be at the Leon River Cowboy Church in Eastland on the 4th and at the Lone Star Bar in Midland on the 5th. And John Stork, who, like I said, just made it into the top 5. Saturday, the 5th, he's going to be at Whalen and Ray's in Brownwood. And on the 6th, he's going to be at the Magnolia Motor Lounge in Fort Worth. And, of course, we want to check in on a couple of the dance halls that we really like. The Green Hall, Friday, December 4th, and Saturday, December 5th. Winona Judd is playing both nights. And at Do-Si-Do on Sunday, December 13th, the band we just talked about, the Gatlin Brothers, are going to be in the Woodlands. And we'll have to go ask them if that's true about their mom not particularly liking that song, Coward of the County.
That's some good lineups coming up. The Opry has a great schedule this weekend as well with Travis Denning and Aaron Enderline, Dom Flemings, Maggie Rose, Connie Smith, and Daly and Vincent on Friday night. And Saturday night, Darren and Brooke Aldridge are coming back for another time at the Opry with Dale McCoury, Carly Pierce, Chonda Pierce, who's a great comedian, by the way, and Sister Sadie, great women band, and then Jeannie Seeley will be back on Saturday night as well. So good lineup. Yeah. Hey, did you watch the CMT Country Christmas Monday night?
Too many CMTs, CMAs. There's just too many of them.
No. Or what? CMA or CMT?
Yeah. No, I did not. I kind of watched highlights of it on Facebook, but no, I didn't see the show.
Well, it was a wonderful collection of performers and a really good mix of some classic Christmas songs and some new ones. It was hosted by Thomas Rhett and his wife, Lauren Akins. It was really kind of a home style type of Christmas. All the performers were in a house of some kind, either on the porch or in the living room or somewhere. But I have to tell you, for the men who might be watching the show, Kelsey Ballerini and her rendition of Santa Baby.
Yeah.
In that little red dress, she was pretty awesome.
We'll
But
have to check that out, of course.
I wish I could say I had a favorite song, but all of them were great. Tim McGraw, when he said saying it wasn't his child, it reminded me when Faith Hill many years ago in concert, her Christmas concert, sang "A Baby Changes Everything." So it was that type of really moving song. But Florida Georgia Line probably got my favorite vote because they sang a song called "Lit This Christmas." And I'm telling you, the Christmas tree was not the only thing lit. And Darius Rucker and Lindsey Sterling sang "What Child Is This?" Now, Darius, great singer, but Lindsey Sterling is that, I want to say fiddle player, but she's a violinist, and she is one of the best I have heard in my life, and she was absolutely phenomenal in that song. Well, it was really good.
I'll have to go stream it and watch the whole thing because, like I said, I only watched a little bit of it that was on the pictures of it, and it was on Facebook, so I'll have to check that out.
But as we come into the Christmas season, I have to tell you, if you're going to pick up the Monday night show, also take a look on YouTube at Carrie Underwood and John Legend's Hallelujah. It's from Carrie's first ever Christmas album, and that was released back on November the 20th. And I'm telling you, that will send chills up your spine. That video and song is unbelievable. It's really pretty.
All right, really pretty. We'll check it out. Anything else going on this week?
Not for me, just doing some Santa shopping and getting things wrapped and ready coming into the Christmas season.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same thing here at our house. I actually had to get down all the Christmas decorations. Well, when my wife sees this, she's going to argue that she got them down, but I must have been there. I helped a little bit. But anyway. All right, Debbie Reynolds, thanks for checking in with Nash Trash, and I guess we'll see you next Wednesday, all right?
See you next Wednesday, and thanks to all the followers who follow us.
That's right. Thank you. All right. We'll see you later.
All righty. Bye-bye.